This is MarQ with somewhereinvegas.net, and here's my review of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Once upon a time in Toronto, there was a guy named Scott Pilgrim, played by the very brilliant Michael Cera. He's the bass guitarist for a band called Sex Bomb, and he's trying to get over his ex-girlfriend, Envy, and winds up dating this high schooler named, as you guessed it, Knives Chow, played by the debuting Ellen Wong, who fits the character to a T. In a dream, Scott sees this very beautiful girl, Ramona Flowers, played by the very beautiful Mary Elizabeth Winstead, you may remember from Live Free and Die Hard. After they hook up, the action ensues as the unknowing Scott Pilgrim has to face this Indian guy out of nowhere, and we find out that it's Ramona Flowers' ex-boyfriend, her first ex-boyfriend actually, and suddenly, left and right, you get to see more and more boyfriends. Scott has to use his wit, and he has to use his fighting skills in order to defend himself from being killed by these psychomaniacs. And in this clip, we find out why it's the League of Evil Exes and not the League of Evil Boyfriends.
This ex-boyfriends thing is messing with my head.
Exes.
Why do you keep saying that? Girl from earlier?
Roxy?
You know this girl?
Oh boy, does she know me.
What is she talking about?
It's not all about the guys in this film either. Allison Pell, who plays Scott's disgruntled ex and the drummer for the band, and of course Anna Kendricks, who plays Scott's sister, who's also been in Twilight, put on very, very comedic performances. But I cannot go without saying that Aubrey Plaza gives a really good performance in this movie. Brandon Routh also makes a really quick appearance in the movie, and it's absolutely hilarious and very worth mentioning. If you think G4 is a moving battleship, I recommend you don't watch this movie. There's a lot of old school gaming references, a lot of 90s TV references in it, and you know, if you don't get it, then this movie is basically about nothing, actually. Michael Cera plays Scott to a T in this movie. Very, very good, very, very exciting, and he was perfect for the role. Not to mention Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin plays kind of the gay version of Yoda in this film, and he's always the kind of the voice of reason for Scott. Really, really funny, hilarious role for Kieran Culkin, and definitely following in his great brother's footsteps here. It's really, really cool to be able to see him. My only problem was Ramona. Ramona didn't have any redeeming qualities. It didn't make me want to, you know, care about what Scott was fighting for. And really, we really needed to see Ramona kind of step up a little bit more. It was kind of frustrating to not see that as well. So that's the only thing I would say about that I hated about it. It's a really, really good movie. You know, I want to see it again because there's so many jokes I didn't get to see on this. I know there were some plot holes. You know, that's the only problem that we have with the film. But it was hilarious throughout. You know, a lot of different comedic sequences as well as a lot of action sequences. There was a great balance between the two of them, and definitely I'm going to buy this movie when it comes out because there's just so much stuff I didn't get, and this is definitely one of those cult classics that you definitely got to check out. And I give the movie 3 quarters. 3 really cool quarters, and definitely go see this movie. It was absolutely great, so make sure you guys check it out. If you guys miss it in the theater, definitely buy it on DVD. I highly recommend you do so. And, you know, this is MarQ from somewhereinvegas.net, and I will see you next time. And all I gotta say is...